Welcome to Mornings with Mindy. Today we're going to talk about a few of the surface behaviors you may witness with humpback whales. I'm going to flip through a couple of videos here. The first one is flipper slapping, fin slapping. This is where they strike the water with their pectoral fin. It's actually rather loud in real life. You can definitely hear it. It proves its point. That was an adult, and here is a calf learning to flipper slap, which was super cute. Because their pectoral fins aren't quite stiffened up yet, they kind of look like wet noodles. And they're learning to do their flipper slapping as well down here. This was in the Silverbank Marine Sanctuary in the Caribbean. That's where the calves are born before they migrate back up to the feeding grounds in the far north of the Atlantic. Another behavior that's on here, we have some tail breaching. This is an adult. I'll be doing some tail breaching for you. There's a tail breach. And that same whale is going to be doing some lob tailing or tail slap, but actually upside down. You can tell because the fluke itself is white underneath. So this whale is technically laying on its back, tail slapping or lob tailing upside down. And then, of course, there are the images of traditional breaching that you think of when you hear the word. My videos of those weren't the best, so I just went through some of my pictures here that I have of regular breaching. The whales will jump out either partially or completely out of the water and then fall back and make quite a sound when they do so. Something that was very interesting, they had told us about, we were on the Aquatic Adventures boat, and they said that there's a theory that because these whales are so used to much cooler waters, they're from the North Atlantic, so the coast of New England all the way up towards Norway, where the water is much cooler than down here. It was in the mid to high 70s. I think these whales are probably pretty warm, and on the windier days, they may do some of these behaviors just to cool off. The breaching they'll come out and the wind will help cool them off. Their pectoral fins get a little pink when they're hot, and we did notice that they were a little pink, so they were probably also trying to cool off. This is a double chin breach. So these are two whales, and you can see this one is already starting to sort of make a little cup there under his chin. And when they come down in the water with that cup, it really makes quite a loud slap. It sounds like a rifle or a shotgun. You can hear it pretty far away, and you start looking, okay, who's breaching? Then you'll see the whales jumping out of the water. But this is a double chin breach. And there's another nice shot of the flipper slapping as well. But there's all sorts of different reasons they might be doing these. Again, partially to cool off. Other times it's to ward off other whales if they don't want other whales around, or maybe two males fighting. Sometimes it's just a form of communication, saying, hey, I'm here, come check me out. Sometimes the males might be trying to attract some attention. Sometimes the females are trying to attract attention. So it all depends on the situation as to why they're doing the certain behaviors. And there's a tail breach. But it was pretty incredible to witness. Even if you go on like a whale watch boat up in New England, you'll probably see some of these behaviors as well. Maybe not quite as much as in the breeding ground, but you'll definitely have a chance of witnessing some of them, as well, of course, as they're feeding. Down here in the Silverbank, they were not eating. There's nothing here really for them to eat. So they were pretty much on a fast. So we didn't witness any feeding, but lots of really cool surface behaviors. So if you ever get a chance, I definitely recommend going down to the Silverbank. There's only 3 boats allowed to go out each week. So you can check into those and spend a week on a boat and witness some really great whale behaviors close up.